Hello to whoever's watching today's video, TomTrooper78 here, coming at you live from my room, and we're back today for a new series that I will not call Building HOTH because there are thousands of those online, but at the end of the day, that's pretty much what it is. Today, I'm bringing you the very first episode of my HOTH MOC building series, so let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to get into is the inspiration I got for this MOC. Now, mind you, this is not going to be a HOTH Echo base reproduction. This is just a HOTH base, okay? It is a Rebel base based on HOTH, but it's not going to completely replicate the HOTH Echo base, but it is definitely very much inspired by it and other LEGO HOTH MOCs as well. So we're going to look into that right now. Alright, so this is nothing really new, but I just gathered a couple of pictures from the HOTH Echo base. So here's a hallway, here's the main hangar. You see we've got these lights on top, so all of these little intricate details, I really want to make sure they're implemented in the MOC. Same with these little vents over here. Same with the trenches, there will be trenches. So again, this is very much inspired by HOTH Echo base, but it is not the HOTH Echo base. Alright, so now that we've talked about the inspiration, we're going to look into, well, the actual MOC and its size. There you have it, boys. Okay, so once this very approximative looking layout was drawn, I was able to start building the base of the MOC. So here's what it looks like. Okay, apologies, I'm just gonna clear that up for you guys. There we go, that looks much better. So this gives you a bigger overview of what, of how big the MOC is gonna be. So it is going to be 2 small base plates, well, 2.5 small base plates wide and 4 small base plates long. The base is gonna cover up about a third of the whole surface of the MOC, just about half, and then will come the trenches. That's going to be an S-shaped trench. That's the idea, and then it's going to leave room for the battlefield, and that's where I'm going to be including the vehicles and all the minifigures. So that's how you got to picture it. This is a very medium-sized MOC, but I'm very excited to start building, because considering it's not too big, it's going to be an opportunity for me to really insist on the details. So I'm looking forward to that. Alright, so now that we've covered the inspiration for the MOC and the overall layout, we're going to look into the sets that I need and the minifigures. So we're going to look at what I needed, what I purchased, and what I still need going forward. Alright, ladies and gents, so in terms of what I already have, we're going to start off with the HOTH Echo base set, number 7879. Now, I have this set, but it is absolutely smashed into pieces, but trust me, I do have it. So that and the minifigures that come with it. So there's a pretty large panel of minifigures here. We've got Red C-3PO, we've got 2 snowtroopers. Han Solo, Luke, and Leia will not be included in the MOC. Again, this is not HOTH Echo base, this is just a Rebel base on HOTH. Another set that I purchased was this set. This is, again, Battle of HOTH. Really nice set. It has a pretty nice array of minifigures. I really needed Rebel soldiers. I was in dire need of those. It has a snow speeder, which I really needed, and which I didn't have, and also a pro droid, which I didn't have either. So that's a really great set if you're looking to make a LEGO HOTH MOC. We also have the 7049 Echo base set, which is something I already had back in the day. So that I was particularly interested in, not only the minifigures, but the turret, which I rebuilt. And we also have the Snowtrooper Battle Pack, which was an essential piece in getting the minifigures I needed for this MOC. In particular, the Snowtroopers. I have a lot of Snowtroopers. I got about probably 6 or 7 of these Snowtrooper Battle Packs, so I'm loaded with Snowtroopers. We are ready to go. That is not an issue. In terms of the Rebel soldiers, as you can see, they're definitely outnumbered, but let me reassure you, I actually used a lot of my old HOTH Rebel soldiers to transform them into World War II soldiers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the decals from all these World War II soldiers, and I'm going to reincarnate them into HOTH Rebel soldiers once again, just so they're not outnumbered and they don't get their ass kicked by the snowtroopers and the Empire. Okay, so just when you thought we were done with minifigures and sets, well, you stand corrected, because that is not all, ladies and gentlemen. There is one quintessential piece that is missing, and that is none other than the AT-AT walker. Now, this is not the model I'm going to go for. As you can see, it is a micro series AT-AT walker. This is a Midi scale walker, okay? Actually, no, this is not a micro series. Is that a micro series? No, I'm going for a Midi scale. Sorry, I'm not looking for micro. I'm looking for medium-sized models, because obviously, based on the scale of the MOC, like having a UCS walker or even just a normal-sized walker would be just too big for the scale of the MOC I'm going for. So that is why I was looking for Midi scale models online. I came across this one, which is pretty cool looking. I just think the head was a little bit too small on this one. So what I did is, instead of turning to rebrickable, I searched, and I came across this absolute gem of a Midi scale AT-AT walker. At first glance, I was like, this is it. This thing is beautiful. Shout out to Lego Provo Bricks, by the way. He's the one who made this. This is a beautiful Midi scale AT-AT. It's great. I just love it. So that's what I'm going for. Or, there is an or, as opposed to having a Midi scale AT-AT, I was also thinking, and this is my brother, shout out to my brother for this idea. So his idea was for me to have an AT-AT head, and his idea was for me to blow up the AT-AT's face, per se. I don't know how I would put this. And so that would mean that our good friend, the AT-AT pilot, and his buddy over here, would have to storm out of the AT-AT, right? Get out of there, and rebel soldiers would just, you know, shoot at him. So are you imagining this, or is this a terrible drawing? So his idea was just to have one big, like normal-sized AT-AT head crashed into the snow, and the AT-AT's face would just kind of collapse, and you'd have all of the Imperial pilots rushing out. I don't know. I think it's an original concept, but I also think that the Midi scale AT-AT is also amazing. So you guys let me know in the comments below which idea you prefer, or if you think I should just include the two. What I was also thinking is I could just make this AT-AT head as a separate mini MOC. You know, I could do that as well. Okay, so last but not least, I would like to talk about the next steps for the MOC going forward. I mentioned earlier that I ordered parts on Bricklink, and I also ordered some other parts on a secondhand market that is specific to France, so you guys probably don't know it. But here is the first Bricklink order that I placed for the Midi AT-AT walker. In total, it only amounted to about probably 30 something bucks, which could have been worse. And then we have the other Bricklink order that was very specific to the texture of the MOC. So a lot of white tiles, a lot of slopes, a lot of inverted slopes as well. Dark bluish gray. Also got some 16 by 16 white plates. Got 20 of those. Those are gonna be very important as well. So these are gonna be very like fundamental pieces that I need for the MOC, and that amounted to about 150 bucks. So in terms of budget, I've just recently exceeded like 200 buck mark. So I don't know if that is considered expensive or not. I was very careful. I was just trying to get the best deals out of all this, but yeah, that pretty much amounts to about 2,000 pieces ordered, so that's a pretty good deal. And I also got some other pieces on, again, this is a secondhand market specific to France. You guys probably don't know this, but he was selling entire boxes of just plates or white bricks, and those were 15 euros each, so that was a pretty good deal for the most part. And I also got an entire batch of black pieces, because I need black pieces for the vents that you could find in the trenches, and it seems like he has some of those in here. Alright, party people, so that's gonna have to wrap it up for this very first episode of my HOTH MOC build series. Let me know if you have any questions about the MOC. Again, I'm very excited to get back into MOC building, and I hope you guys are looking forward to following me in this project. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll catch you in the next one, and thanks for sticking around. Peace out.